911, what's your emergency?
It's the trainer! She's not resurfacing! There's blood! The Orca, it's not letting go! Please, send help now!
February 12th, 2010. A bright morning in Orlando, Florida. For most people, it was just another day. But for 34-year-old Maris Ellington, it was the day she'd been waiting for. She'd spent years working with killer whales, building trust, performing in front of cheering crowds, and teaching visitors that orcas were gentle giants. That morning, Maris smiled as she walked down the familiar concrete path towards SeaWorld Orlando's main pool. She had done this hundreds of times. She trusted the orcas, especially one, Kairo. Kairo was a 20-year-old male orca, massive, intelligent, and unlike most, he was born in captivity. To Maris, he was more than a performing animal. He was family. She believed that love, patience, and understanding could bridge the divide between human and beast. But beneath Kairo's smooth black skin, decades of frustration and confinement were boiling quietly. No trainer could see it. Not yet. SeaWorld was alive that morning. Families filled the stands. Children held cotton candy and cameras. And at exactly 10:45 a.m., the gates opened for the Believe show. A breathtaking display of trust between humans and the ocean's most powerful predator. Maris was the headliner, and her star, it was Kairo. Before we continue, if you believe these stories matter, if you think the world should know what captivity can do to the most intelligent creatures on Earth, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Every click helps us reach more people, and together we can keep these tragedies from being forgotten. Maris stepped out in her black wetsuit, the morning sun glinting off the water's surface. Kairo circled below, his dorsal fins slicing the blue like a blade. She blew her whistle, and he responded instantly, leaping 20 feet into the air. The crowd roared. Maris smiled. Every movement was perfect, every cue flawless. But something about Kairo was off. His movements were tighter, his eyes fixed, unblinking. The show went on until the final segment, a routine called the foot push. Maris would dive deep and Kairo would rise beneath her, propelling her through the water in a breathtaking finale. She dove into the pool, bubbles surrounding her like a halo. Kairo approached, but instead of turning his belly toward her as trained, he stopped. For one silent second, they hovered face to face. Then everything changed. Kairo lunged. The water exploded. Trainers screamed from the sides. Maris's body vanished beneath the surface, her whistle still clutched in her hand. At first, no one understood what they were seeing. The audience thought it was part of the show. But then, the water turned red. Kairo refused to let go. He dragged Maris down, again and again, holding her beneath the surface. Trainers banged on gates, signaled with underwater buzzers, screamed her name. Nothing worked. He circled her limp body, pushing her through the water, not as a trick, but as a warning. Minutes felt like hours, and when Kairo finally surfaced, his mouth was still closed. Maris was gone. The show stopped. Guests were rushed out. Medical staff ran to the edge of the pool, helpless. For 45 minutes, SeaWorld staff fought to retrieve her. Divers cried underwater. Some had trained beside Maris for over a decade. When they finally reached her, the silence was unbearable. Her injuries were severe and beyond saving. The park immediately shut down. News vans arrived within the hour. Reporters called it a tragic accident, but it was not an accident, it was a consequence. Maris wasn't reckless. She wasn't careless. She was passionate, the kind of person who stayed late after shows, talking to children about the ocean, about conservation, about compassion. She once said in an interview, "If we can't understand what these animals are feeling, we shouldn't pretend to control them." Those words would later haunt her colleagues. Orcas are among the most intelligent creatures on Earth. In the wild, they swim over 100 miles a day, live in complex family pods, and communicate with unique dialects. In captivity, they circle a concrete tank. They are cut off from family, deprived of space, and pushed to perform unnatural tricks for food. Scientists have long warned that confinement leads to aggression, stress, and psychological collapse. Kairo was not born a monster, he was made one. What happened to Maris was not a random act of violence. It was the eruption of decades of suppressed instinct, a cry from an animal that could no longer endure its cage. The story spread across the world within hours. Images of SeaWorld's closed gates flooded the news. Protests followed. Candles, signs, and flowers lined the entrance. Animal rights organizations called for an end to Orca shows. Former trainers spoke out, saying they had seen it coming. But others defended the park, saying Maris knew the risks, that she loved Kairo, and that the show must go on. SeaWorld later announced safety changes, but behind the polished statements and legal words, the tanks remained, and Kairo remained. Maris Ellington's death wasn't just a tragedy, it was a message, a reminder that when we cage nature, we silence part of ourselves. That entertainment built on suffering can never truly educate. Kairo was not evil, he was desperate, and Maris was a victim of both love and illusion. If you've made it this far, take a moment to reflect. These stories are painful, but necessary. If you believe the world should treat its creatures with more empathy, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Your support helps us tell the stories that others want to forget. And before you go, tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Let's see how far this message can travel. Across oceans, across nations, across hearts. Maris Ellington believed in the beauty of the ocean. In the end, the ocean's silence was all that remained. Thank you for watching.